2-2 pitch. Called strike 3. Rat-a-tat-tat! Rat-a-tat-tat! In just their third season of existence, the Saskatoon Berries are Western Canadian Baseball League champions. How about that?
And how about that call from the legendary Les Lazaruk? Welcome to episode 416 of Alberta Dugout Stories, the podcast. I'm Joe McFarland. For the first time in their 3-year history, the Saskatoon Berries are WCBL champions. A record crowd of over 2,500 packed into Next Gen Patch at Cairns Field to witness the Berries complete the 2-game sweep of the Sylvan Lake Gulls in a convincing 11-1 victory. We have a total of 9 guests coming up on the show, but let's do a quick recap of the series, starting with Game 1 in Sylvan Lake on Saturday. It was a low-scoring affair with Aiden Kilshaw hitting an RBI groundout in the first. He then drove in another run with an RBI walk in the third. Nathan Houston scored on an error in the fourth before the Gulls finally got on the board with Dom Giusti coming in on an error. The Berries finished the scoring in the seventh when Ethan Murdoch hit a solo home run. Final score, Berries 4, Gulls 1, and the difference in this one was pitching, as Zachary Landerville, Brooks Jones, and Wesley Shackelford combined to allow just 1 run on 3 hits while striking out 11. The series shifted to Saskatoon for Sunday, and the Berries offense struck early and often, putting up 1 in the first and 2 in the second before the Gulls responded with 1 of their own in the third. The dagger was a 5-run 6th inning punctuated by a Josh Henson 3-run bomb. Kilshaw hit a solo jack in the 7th, and they put up 2 more in the 8th to make the final score 11-1. Again, pitching was a big piece of the victory for the Berries, who saw Merek Yeager, Brooks Jones, and Colin Plain combine to allow just 1 run on 8 hits while striking out 12. Another big factor for the Gulls was they committed 3 errors in each game, and a major turn in Game 2 as star infielder John Boy Rittenhouse was suspended after a 9th inning ejection in Game 1. It's a league rule when it comes to late inning ejections during the season, but one that it sounds like might need some revisiting in the offseason, as neither team seemed overly happy with the ruling given the conversations that I had around the ballpark. Heartbreak for the Gulls, who fall short of the championship for a 2nd straight season, while on the other side, sheer elation. Ian and I were both in Saskatoon for Game 2 and spoke with several players, starting with veteran outfielder Ethan Murdoch. He was the first to grab the Harry House Memorial Trophy, and the Swift Current native hit .300 for the postseason with 3 homers and 6 RBI.
It's really something else to be able to get to celebrate with this group of guys, especially after the disappointment of last year in the playoffs, but to win this, what's it feeling like? What's the emotions?
Yeah, it's an unbelievable feeling. Just a ton of emotions, especially for me. This is it. But just this group of guys, I love playing with them all year, and it was so much fun. And you go through the long stretch of the weeks and the weeks and the weeks where it feels like in July you have a couple days off and it wears you down. But man, this playoff run was special, and it was so fun with these guys. It was just an incredible feeling of accomplishment and just proud of these guys because we deserve the celebration and just so much fun with this crowd, and it was unbelievable.
Anything special about this group compared to the last year, that maybe set this group apart from last year?
I think we were really resilient, and we just kept playing the game really well. Like in the playoffs and throughout the regular season, things go wrong, and that's just baseball and life in general. Things go wrong, and a lot of it's how you respond, and that's kind of cliche and corny to say, but it's true. And this team didn't really get fazed by that. We made a couple mistakes throughout every game of the playoffs, and everybody makes those mistakes, and we just didn't. It didn't really seem to faze us, and our pitching was unbelievable. That's number one. When you give up 1 run and 3 runs, I think we got 5 to Regina in the one game and 4 every other game. And it makes it way easier on us because we're facing good guys too. But our pitching was unbelievable. I just think we just kept playing the game, and we showed up every day with a new mindset and ready to play. And this team was a lot younger than our team was last year, but I think we played a really mature baseball and didn't ride the highs and the lows. It was pretty steady, and just we just kept playing our game, and I'm really proud of the guys for that.
Being able to cap off your baseball career to this point with the championship, what's that mean to you to have this kind of final chapter?
Yeah, it means a lot because it's going to be a tough pill to swallow in a couple of weeks when all my buddies are back in school and I'm not. So yeah, it's a bittersweet moment for sure being done, but I know some guys on the other side tonight and last week and the week before, they're done too, and they're not done with a ring. So for us, for me, it's going out on my own terms, and I would have loved to keep playing and play pro, but it's not in the cards for me. And at least if I went out on my own terms and went out on top. So it'll definitely feel a lot easier with this one tonight for sure.
That being said, what's it like to share this moment with this group of guys that you've developed with? A lot of them this year, but some of them last year as well.
Yeah, these are like brothers to me, and again, that's kind of cliche, but it's true. You spend every day with them, and yeah, it's the long travel and everything that goes into it, and the emotional moments of winning and losing. Sometimes, I don't know if you guys noticed, but sometimes we'll lose and there'll be guys sitting in the dugout for 20 minutes after, even in a summer ball game in June, against who knows, not even maybe the biggest game on a Tuesday, and we'll sit in there for 20 minutes and just wear it. And those types of moments, when you go through them all throughout the the culmination of them in the playoffs, it just makes that win feel even better. And these just such a good group of guys, and really humble and just great guys to be around. Nobody is above the group here, and I can't say enough good things about the guys we had here.
You were the first guy to get to lift the trophy. Who prompted you forward, or did you were just like, I'm taking it?
No, I was in the back, and Joe's like, hey, get up here, let's go. You're the one that's grabbing it. So yeah, it's a special moment for me. I was excited to just touch it in general at any point, but to be able to hold it up first and just hold it up to the crowd and see their reaction and to bring it into the boys, that was unbelievable. That's something I'm never going to forget. Probably it's up there as number one in my career in terms of baseball moments and just moments in life in general. That was awesome. The amount of time we put in, it's just great reward.
Do you study any video coming into this series? We talked about you watched some videos from earlier in the season in the other series. How about this one?
Yeah, a little bit. I trust the guys we had, and our pitching staff was that good, and I didn't think if we went and got game one last night, I didn't think we were going to lose at home. So I knew that we needed to get a big one last night, and Landerville was amazing, and our bullpen was just ridiculous in the playoffs, and that's really what it was. I trusted our offense to get it through, and watch some of their starters, on video, but that's about it. Pretty basic prep, but no, I trusted our guys. I knew we had it. Especially tonight after we got that one last night. It was a big one.
How about your postseason MVP? What did you see out of Shackelford?
Yeah, the guy just goes out there and throws. It's simple as that. He really has got there's no regard for anything else that's going on around him. I don't know if it was the Moose Jaw or the Regina save, but at home. But it was I think the 8th inning he came in and hit a guy and walked a guy, and it was the only time I'd seen him spray it a little bit, and then all of a sudden it's he turns around, he slaps the rosin bag on his wrist, and he goes back on the mound and punches 3 guys out in a row, and it's he doesn't even seem phased. I've played, I don't know, I got it up the other day, I played 410 games in college, including the summer and at school, and it's those types of moments, they get to you, and they're big, and I've seen hundreds of guys just fold under those types of moments, and he doesn't, it didn't even, it's just such a slow heartbeat, and that's so impressive for a guy his age. He's 19, 20, and still going to be going into his sophomore year this year. He's the type of guy you love to play with, because there's just no moment too big, and he just loves the game, loves that situation. He wants the ball when it's tight. So yeah, it was unbelievable. What
did it mean to have your parents and family, field level, just watching this and seeing your last at bat? Right,
it's super cool. Super cool to have him around most of the year. My brother plays, so they were busy with him a little bit. My sister plays softball too, so busy with that. And my older sister just had a baby, so my parents are a little busy with that too now. But it's such a special moment for us to just come on and see them after the game there, and just day to day. When you have a tough day and you come walk back to dugout after a tough at bat, and they're sitting there. It just kind of puts it in perspective. There's a little more to it, and having my brother around, same thing. It's great to have him, and for everyone, all of us to kind of remember, if you strike out or you have a bad inning on the mound, there's bigger things to it, and for him, it's this is it. This is the best part of his summer, and it's just special for us to share that.
As a kid from Swift Current, got to play for Swift Current to start off your WCBL career. You come up to Saskatoon and playing in front of sold-out crowds, record-breaking crowds tonight. Mm-hmm. What has this community meant to you over your career?
Mm-hmm. Yeah. This support's been unbelievable, and like I said, when you go through the long parts of the summer, it is difficult and it takes a lot out of you. But when you have this support every night, it's day in and day out. It doesn't matter if it's a Monday or if it's Wiener Wednesday or if it's the playoffs. We have people here every day and people around town. I was at the gym a few weeks ago, and some dude was wearing a Berries jersey in the gym. I'm like that's just crazy. We're everywhere. Everywhere we go on the road, no matter what city we're in, there's someone wearing a Berries hat somewhere, and it's it's just really cool because it's a community, and it's not just some people in Saskatoon who are baseball fans. It's people in Saskatoon, like everyone in Saskatoon, embracing the Berries, and it's becoming more of a community thing now that it's more like the word gets out. It's a good time and it's a great product. They do such a good job here of not just putting a good product on the field. Obviously, we're very talented on the field, but just everything else. I mean, the experience of coming to a Berries game is awesome.
Congratulations.
Yeah, thanks, guys.
Next up is the postseason MVP. Reliever Wesley Shackelford pitched in 4 games, totaling 9 innings, allowing no runs on just 1 hit and 1 walk while striking out 14.
WCBL postseason MVP. How does that sound to you?
That sounds awesome. Just knowing when I was coming up here in the middle of the year and having to, come into a new group that I didn't really know much about, and just the bond that we had just straight off the bat was incredible. And I just knew that when we got things going, it would result in something like this. And so to see it all come together, I mean, it was a total team effort. Couldn't have done without the offense putting up runs every night, and couldn't have done without our starters keeping them to 2 or 3 runs a game, going 6 innings every time.
You got leaned on pretty heavily in some key moments throughout the postseason. Did you have any inkling you might be MVP, or what was the reaction when you heard your name?
There was a bit of a thought, but I mean, we had so many guys that deserved it, like Brooks, Nick Stinson, and Kilshaw. They all made key plays. Murdoch, I mean, that guy, he even though he didn't get much done with the bat this postseason as he would have liked, I mean, he was incredible defensively. That diving play against Regina really saved it. But yeah, we had so many guys that were worthy of it, and so just knowing that we had so much talent there.
Would you have pitched tonight if they needed you?
So I was coming back down from the bullpen in the 8th inning, and we had Colin warming up, and Joe calls me over, and he's like, "Are you good to throw the 9th? I can throw the 9th if you need it." And he's like, "All right, you got the 9th." I threw a couple, and I was like, Joe, you got to get a Saskatoon-born guy going. I said, get Plain throwing, get him to throw the 9th inning. And so he's like, okay. And so just seeing a Saskatoon-born player do that was incredible to see.
How about just talk about the crowd in general, just seeing that many people here, like the fences were kind of bursting at the seams there at the end. What did you see?
Oh, the crowd's been incredible just all season. And just seeing them show up. I mean, our last 2 home games in the regular season, we started breaking attendance records, and it was kind of like, wow, we got so many people here. And that game 2 against Moose Jaw, just looking out from the bullpen, and we got people standing up on benches down there. I'm like, there's so many people here. This is the biggest crowd I've ever played in front of for sure, and they've been awesome the whole postseason and all season.
So you come in midway through the season. From that moment to now, it's less than 2 months. Well, what has this entire ride been like for you, coming in midway through, gelling with the guys, and now being able to call yourself champions with this group of players?
It's definitely very quick to know, coming July 5th, and we're making a postseason push, just trying to win the division, and we couldn't do that, unfortunately. But, I mean, just kind of meshing with this group early on and knowing that we had so much chemistry, it was big, and I think that's really what helped us here, and it was just the chemistry we had with one another.
Another candidate for MVP was 17-year-old Aiden Kilshaw. It was a coming-out party of sorts for the young backstop, who had .333 with 2 homers and 10 RBI, leading the league in that latter category.
Well, Aiden Kilshaw, first off, you're a WCBL champion. How does that sound?
Oh, it feels amazing. That's what you worked all year for. I mean, we really came together in the postseason when we lost 1 game, and yeah, it's an unreal feeling.
What was the key in your eyes to the run that this team went on?
We all played as a team. We all did our job, and whenever there was a job to be done, we all stepped up and did it. And pitchers threw well, hitters did great. It was unreal team effort.
What was it about your coming out party that stood out to you? Because man, oh man, you put on a show as a young man who's, just kind of getting his feet wet in this league.
Yeah, I don't know. I was just trying to come in and just do my job. If there was guys on, just trying to get them in, get them over, and just try and get some base hits. Just try and get on for the guys and try and score some runs.
What's going through your mind when you hit home runs here with the Jam fan behind you? Because you did it a couple of times this postseason.
Yeah, it's definitely electric. I mean, when that ball went out both times, fans it erupted. I was like, holy crap! Like that was definitely the two best feelings I've had in baseball career.
I can only imagine. When you think back on the season that you've had, the year that you've had, what makes this group so special in your eyes? What was it about this season that really allowed you to kind of get above and beyond?
Yeah, I mean, we, just like I said before, we all stuck together as a team effort all around, and like clubhouse, everyone's great. We all loved each other. Like, we all had each other's backs. Like there was no downs ever. It was all ups, and we all played together as a team.
How cool is it to be standing out in the infield there, looking out at the crowd and watching as that's your trophy now?
Yeah, it's unreal. I'm so glad we got to do it at home. I mean, obviously yesterday was a huge game, and then we knew we had a good feeling about today, and yeah, and we're so grateful that we got to do it at home in front of the sold out crowd. It's awesome.
Pretty cool to have family here too, eh?
Yeah, it's awesome to have my family out. They come and support me everywhere. It's really grateful for that.
Absolutely. Final one for you. When you think back on this, what's this all mean? When you get to kind of take that step back and go, all right, this is pretty cool.
Yeah, I mean, there's no better feeling than this, man. Like just winning a championship and then with these guys. I mean, you're gonna remember this for the rest of your life. So I mean, it's awesome.
Fantastic stuff. Well, Aiden, congratulations again. Congrats on the run, and best of luck the rest of the way.
Thank you very much. Appreciate it.
Another Saskatchewan product who was a major contributor offensively was Melville's Nathan Houston. He hit .346 with 5 RBI and 4 stolen bases, 3 of which coming in the championship series.
And you were close in 2024 with Moose Jaw. This more than makes up for that, obviously.
Yeah, that's awesome. One of the best experiences I've had playing baseball, for sure. I can't really think straight, to be honest. A lot of emotions right now. I'm just, super blessed, honestly.
You had a big hit in the second inning to give you guys a 3-0 lead. It kind of got you guys kick-started. But this game was up in the balance, just like last night's was. It seemed to be like pitchers were dominating until Henson finally came up with the big hit in the 6th inning.
Yeah, I think we matched up well against their pitchers. I don't know, we had a lot of opportunities to score in prior games, and we just didn't get it done. But today we got Freilich in a big spot there, and that's just baseball, really. We took advantage of it, and we kind of ran with it, and man, it was super fun.
Talk to me about this edition of the team. Obviously, last year you set the regular season record. Like everything's just rolling until it's not,
yeah.
Right? And then this, like you could argue on paper, this team wasn't as good as last year, but 2026 WCBL champs says something else.
Yeah, no, I said it a couple days ago. I think we were kind of expected to just run away with the postseason last year. After setting the wins record, and kind of fell under some pressure against. Regina and Moose Jaw played us very well last year too. So, I just had a lot of confidence after beating Regina with our team, and we kind of rolled with it.
What did you see in your pitching this postseason? Because it wasn't given a lot, especially this last series here.
Yeah, lights out. All the boys were locked in. It definitely picked us up when we didn't score runs and stranded runners on base, and they came up clutch, and they were getting a lot of big outs for us for sure.
Few hours away from Melville. What's it mean to win this championship here in your home province?
Yeah, it's awesome. I remember going to games as a kid in Melville and just wishing for an opportunity to win the championship, obviously. And last year we fell short, and it was heartbreak. And then, getting it done here in front of the home crowd, especially, it means so much to me.
You had back-to-back years of heartbreak in the finals, and then last year in the East finals. What's it mean to finally being able to exercise some of those demons?
Yeah, it's awesome. It's a dream come true, really. I've been thinking about this since I was a little kid, so definitely a cool experience. I'm super happy for the older guys too. That was one of the biggest things when I played for Moose Jaw. I was sad when we lost, because just the old guys, we had Nate Mensick and a couple guys that were really good ball players, and it was their last games ever, and they ended on a loss, and I didn't like that. And think about Murdoch today, and DQ, and Carter Kopp, and Jackson Frazier, and those guys mean a lot to me, so I'm grateful that we got the job done and helped them out.
You aren't exactly a young guy anymore. You'll be one of those old guys next year, assuming you come back and want to try and run it back, right?
Yeah, of course. I don't like the veteran status. I don't know. I want to be a young guy. I'm still 21. No, I get it though. In baseball years, I guess I'm old, but yeah, no, I'm super pumped.
On the hill, Munster's Merek Yeager got the start for the Berries in Game 2, throwing 6 innings of solid baseball, allowing 1 run on 7 hits and a walk while striking out 4.
Merek, 2026 WCBL champion. How does that sound?
It's pretty cool. I mean, we've been working towards this, for a while, and we obviously had expectations coming into the season, and
I mean, finally, it's like actually getting to it and becoming champions is like, it's pretty awesome. Especially being the first time in like a Saskatoon Berry franchise, so it's pretty cool.
What was it about this team that stood out to you?
It was our grind, you know, like we had some down moments, but I mean, these guys, like, we were kind of relentless, you know. We never got too up, too down. We were even the whole time. And I mean, these guys we were just tight, and we were just having fun for lots of the season. I mean, like, that's all you can do is just have fun, you know. And these guys, they're a great group of guys. I mean, like, every single one of these guys is just awesome. So, yeah, I mean, we were just together, and we had this chemistry, and we just grinded. We were just grinders this year, so it was good.
Was there something that you learned last year as a group that you were able to bring to this new group and say, okay, we rolled last year and fell short. Here's what we got to do to get over that hump. Was there something that maybe you learned from that experience?
The only thing that I could really think of was it just finding that next gear when playoff time comes around, you know. And you know, obviously last year we didn't meet expectations, and it was obviously disappointing. But this year, I mean, we just brought it to the next level this year. And we really just like put our nose down. And we just got to work this year, and we knew what we could do, and we got it.
Speaking of getting down and doing the dirty work, here you are getting the start in game 2. What goes through your mind when coach calls you in and says, hey, you've got the ball?
My biggest thing was being able to have a chance to like win a championship in front of the home crowd. That was my biggest thing. It was like, I get the opportunity to win our very first championship, being the starting pitcher, like, you know, being able to do it in front of this home crowd. And that was the biggest thing that I noticed, and I was like, okay, and they're trusting me this game too, you know. I obviously got the first game, and the fact they're handing the ball to me and trying to like send them home here and win the championship was the biggest thing too.
For sure. You get the final out. What's going through your mind, and who are you hugging first?
Oh, that final! I was like, okay, we're actually, you know, you kind of expected to win towards the end there, and we're like, okay, yeah. But then when the final out actually kind of happened, it was like, you know, holy crap, like we actually did it. But like, first guy I hugged was Diego, DQ. Well, that guy was an awesome dude. I got nothing but good things to say about that guy. So
that is awesome.
And he's also, this is his last year, so yeah, just hugging that guy is pretty cool.
For sure. Final one for you. Getting to do it on home turf, getting to look at the crowd as you're coming off as champions. What's this all mean to you?
This is me, like the Jam fam is just like, they're so special. I mean, they come out every time, and you know, I just feel like it's us finally returning the favor to them. They've come out and they've been supportive year in and year out, and us finally returning the favor for something that they deserve is just awesome. Like finally seeing them happy and have a championship team right in front of them is pretty cool.
That's pretty special indeed. Well, Merek, congratulations on the win. Congratulations on the championship, and thanks for joining us again.
Yeah, thank you.
Another big-time arm out of the bullpen was Brooks Jones, who finished the postseason with 7+ innings of work, allowing no runs on 4 hits and a walk while striking out 12 in 4 outings.
Barry's WCBL champions. What's the feeling like being able to lift that trophy here this evening?
A little unreal at the moment. I mean, it's just been a great year, and we have a really good baseball team this year, and I'm really excited to be here with all the boys, and it's been a great time.
Tell me about this bullpen. I mean, you guys were lights out all postseason long. Very few hits allowed, let alone runs. Just what was it like to see the kind of performance out of you guys in the pen?
Yeah, I mean, with Joe and Mulliken and Olch just really trusting our bullpen, it's pretty easy on our side. I mean, we just go out there, throw strikes, and be competitive, and I think that's all you really need out of the bullpen. And we did it well, and it's been a great year with it. So, yeah.
We're the setup man for Wesley for a bunch of games in this postseason run. He gets named playoff MVP. What was it like to see him go to work after the finishing night?
Amazing. I mean, that dude's been lights out all playoffs and even all regular season, and he's been such a good addition halfway through the year. And he was, I mean, as you could tell, I mean, MVP for a reason. He pitched his butt off.
You know, what did you know about Saskatoon before you came up here? And now being able to cap off this season with the championship, what do you know about Saskatoon now?
Yeah, absolutely nothing, to be honest. Didn't really know a lot about it. I kind of figured out that I was coming up here a little towards the end of the spring season, but now it's pretty much home now. I mean, I spent a whole summer up here, and I've got the opportunity and the blessing to do it, so yeah.
How about that crowd tonight? And then also just being able to pitch. You know, it's pitching early on, like when the game hangs in the balance. But you're getting the later stages. You know, you can feel the crowd start to feel the game
Yeah, there's definitely a
close
difference.
out.
I mean, I threw yesterday for an inning and then 1 out, and it was definitely like you could still have that like feeling going, but then here, I mean, just felt like I didn't throw in the past week, and my arm felt amazing. And I mean, having the fans right behind home plate and even to the sides, and hearing everybody cheer your name and just clap is just an amazing feeling.
Have you pitched in front of a crowd that large before?
No, never. Yeah.
And shutting the door in Game 2 was Saskatoon native and Day 1 Barries hurler Colin Plain. He saw action in 3 postseason games, totaling 3 innings, allowing no runs on 3 hits while striking out 6, including 3 in that finale.
Colin, you are a WCBL champion. How does that sound?
Sounds amazing. A dream come true. I mean, I've been in the league for 3 years now. I've been waiting for this moment. I knew we had it in us, and yeah, it just feels unbelievable right now.
You're a Day 1 guy. This was probably the expectation coming into Day 1, wasn't it?
Yeah, for sure. The standard's always been high here. Coming into the league, with Coach Joe, he's been around, and right from the start, the standard was set high, and we knew we wanted to be a championship team. So for the last 3 years, this is what we've been chasing, and now it's finally here.
What made this team different in your eyes, having been able to see all 3 iterations of the Berries?
I definitely think it was chemistry. All the guys, from all over the States, Canada, wherever we're from, we all meshed together, and, we just had a great time. We all had each other's backs, and we had something really special this summer.
This was a different kind of postseason run for you guys too, right? Like, you faced a little bit of adversity and then it was unstoppable. Was there a moment that you recall or remember that you're like, okay, we've got this in the bag, like we know we can run the table from here on out?
Yeah, I think it honestly came down to the end of the Regina series. Once we got past that first round, we started to pick up some momentum, and then I think winning Game 1 in Moose Jaw set us up really nicely, and we could just clinch that series at home and then clinch the championship at home. Everything kind of built up off of that. So, yeah.
Walk me through what's going through your mind when you get the call saying, hey, we want you in the 9th.
I've been thinking about this for the past couple days, hoping that I'd be able to get in a meaningful spot like this. And it couldn't have been any bigger. And I was just so happy to go out there in front of my hometown, in front of all the fans, my friends and family that were here today, and just give them what they came here for and get the championship.
Were there any nerves going into that at all, or was it like, no, let's just do it?
Honestly, I was too excited to be nervous. I was just out there just waiting for that last out, and I knew I had it in me, so just go out there, get it done, and then I get to celebrate.
For sure. What can you say about this crew?
I love each and every one of these guys here, all the staff, all the coaches, everyone, just everything about the Saskatoon Berries from the start, from day 1. It's just been amazing every summer coming up here, and being able to do this for everyone, finally winning this championship, it means a lot.
How cool was it standing out in the infield, seeing the trophy there, seeing a packed house? Like, that had to have been something else, especially for a guy who happens to be from this province.
Yeah, lifting up that trophy in front of all the hometown fans, nothing beats that feeling. Honestly, it was one of the best moments of my life. It was so amazing.
Amazing stuff. Final question for you. What's this all mean to you now that you can take that step back and go, we did it?
Yeah, honestly, I just took a step back, with all the guys that I've been here with for, a couple years and that I've grown up with. It's amazing. Like, being here with all these guys that I've known for a long time, being able to do this, it's just, one of a kind experience.
Well, congratulations, Colin, and best of luck as we head towards 2027 now.
Yeah, for sure. Thank you so much.
Next, we go to head coach Joe Carnahan, who spoke with Ian and other assembled members of the media about winning his 7th WCBL championship and what was so special about this year's Berries team.
Mr. Carnahan, you've won this championship a few times. You've had your name on this trophy before. What does this one mean to you?
Oh, it's awesome. It's special with every group of guys. This group of guys was extremely close to each other, and they just wanted to be together as long as they could, and it showed the way they played during the playoffs.
What did you see from your group in the playoffs this year?
Kind of the same thing that we've seen all year. I mean, when you're playing a 56-game schedule, there is some bumps in there and stuff, but, we played good baseball in a lot of stretches during that regular season and played good baseball in the playoffs.
Hilty mentioned that adversity that you had this year maybe was a good thing for you going into the postseason. Would you agree with that compared to what happened last year? You really didn't have much in the way of adversity going into the postseason?
Yeah, adversity is always good. I mean, fine person the way they respond to stuff, and when things get hard, how they respond to that. And there were some bumps this year and things were hard, and every time we had that, the guys responded, and just their work ethic all year, their attitudes every day never changed, and it was just a really fun group to be with.
5 straight wins to finish off the postseason. That's really something at this time of the year to be able to get on that type of a roll.
Yeah, our pitching was outstanding. Defensively, we played pretty good and got some timely hits in there, generated some runs, and tonight we scored a ton of runs.
Now, there's a guy that coaches a junior football team here who says you never play a perfect game until the last game of the year when you win the championship. That was probably close to a darn perfect game by this team tonight.
Yeah, I mean, there were some times during that game where they had some chances and stuff, and Merek did a good job there getting over a couple jams, and even early on, we left some guys on. We could have had some big innings early on, and their guy got us some jams, and then we had that big 5-run inning there.
So the lead coming here to Saskatoon for a brand new expansion franchise. What's it mean for you to get your first WCBL championship in this city?
Oh, it's awesome. I don't really know if it was really a leap or anything. Once talking to Hilty and his vision, and it's pretty much a no-brainer. And it's awesome just with the work that everybody does, off the field, the whole organization, the way the organization is, the fans, how they've supported us, and then the players we've been able to bring in, just the character that they have, and it's just been an awesome time here.
When you look around this ballpark, another record crowd, 2,500 tickets sold for this one. What comes to mind, and the next wave of baseball fans has seen as something to inspire?
Well, I mean, Saskatoon's a sports city, and with us being able to be here and be able to play the way we've been able to play the last 3 years, and then this year winning a championship, and it's awesome, and I think baseball will be on the rise for sure.
What did you see from your postseason MVP this playoffs?
Oh, nothing bothers him, something goes wrong or guys on base or whatever, nothing bothers him. He just digs in and loves competing.
Yeah. What was it like to see Colin get the final 3 outs for a Saskatoon local kid?
Well, local kid or not, I mean, he deserved it, and he got a big 3 outs there in Moose Jaw in the second series too, closed the game, and he's been excellent for us all year.
Congratulations, Coach.
All right, thanks.
And we'll wrap things up with Barrie's president, Steve Hildebrand, who put the cap on an outstanding year in Saskatoon, which also included the league's All-Star game, and now, 3 years in, he gets to call his team champions.
And the emotions as this game unfolded and ended up going the right way for you?
Well, as I just said, I didn't see it going that way. Sylvan Lake's a hell of a organization, a great team, and obviously, they went through some tough teams to get here too. And caps off to them, their ownership, Graham and Jen, great people. But what can you say? I mean, the resiliency of our group all year, and we talked about this, and Joe and I had this conversation about a month ago where, last year we didn't face much adversity going into the playoffs, and it was disappointing end to it, and we had some unfinished business, and we chatted lots about it in the off season, and I thought we faced some adversity this year and really thought it helped us in the playoffs, but today is super special.
Yeah, absolutely. Now, I mean, these conversations and this type of a feeling you envisioned when you first started talking about having a WCBL team come back into this city back in, 2022, 2023?
Yeah, for sure. I mean, what can you say about this fan base? I mean, it's been unbelievable. And, did I envision it to happen like this in 3 years? Probably not, but you know what? We'll take it. And, it's going to be, it was an exciting night. And, again, just can't say enough about Joe Carnahan and the job he does. His staff, unbelievable people. Having our ownership here tonight, Colin and Mike Priestner, who help, foot the bill for all of this. And they invest so much in our community and do so much good. And I'm just glad we could do this for them tonight and the rest of, the Jam fam.
When you think back to those early days of maybe this could be a possibility of reviving a team to now, what's it like to look back on kind of a full circle moment here?
You know what? I believed that we could build something good, and I believed in the people we had. And I guess when you believe in people, good things happen, and that's what happened here tonight.
What were the nerves like? You get into the first 5-6 innings there, and it's still pretty close, but things are rolling. How nervous were you in those early stages?
I just told Henny, thank you for taking some years off my life. I think he was the only one in this whole park that thought that was gone. I saw the bat flip and I was like, thank God. That I'd have felt a lot better after that for sure.
Yeah. What does baseball in Saskatoon mean?
I think we've seen it here all along. I don't think it's been missing. I think it's been here. The good baseball people, not just Saskatoon, but the whole area. You talk about Martinsville, Warman, Munster. The great province of Saskatchewan has lots of good baseball players. Hence what Carter Beck just did in the MLB draft. So I think it's extremely special. Everything that has gone on here, and we continue to just keep raising the bar. That's what we'll do.
Which players out of this group do you really feel good for? Obviously, the senior guys are, this is the end for them.
For sure, absolutely. I mean, a guy like Doc. How about Carter Kopp? Right? I mean, just does his job whenever he wanted to. Good teammate, be a part of the team. Winning it for guys like that. But, I mean, how about Nick Stinson? I mean, really struggled down the stretch. I know he was down and out, and huge hits. And then we have the young AK-47, came up huge again, big home run tonight. I mean, there's just, you could go up and down this lineup, the amount of great stories, and just super grateful and happy for all of them.
There's a record crowd here tonight, a lot of families, a lot of young kids. What do you think a win like this does for stoking that love of the game here in the province?
Just keep growing. I know Mr. Priester said we got to find a way to get some more purple seats, so I'm going to go after him for that too. So you know what, we're just going to enjoy this tonight, and just really happy for the fans, and really appreciate all the support, and baseball Saskatoon is very, very healthy.
As it went down to the last pitch there, and you're looking around and you just see everyone hanging over the fences, like, it was packed in here. What was that feeling like?
I actually was sitting beside my wife, and I looked at her, I said, this is pretty cool, eh? And she's, obviously said yes. And, I don't think people understand the sacrifices our families make, and what goes into a season like this. And again, we commend all the spouses and everyone involved, because that's a big commitment as well.
Congratulations.
Thank you very much.
That'll do it for this edition of the show, and thanks to all of our guests for joining us, and thanks to all of you for downloading and listening. If you like this or any other episode of the show, make sure to leave us a rating and a review on your favorite podcast app. And thanks again to everyone for your patience with this episode, as I ran into some major technical difficulties trying to piece it all together Sunday night in Saskatoon. I got home Tuesday afternoon to get this one up, so I appreciate you tuning in after waiting longer than I expected out of myself. One other quick note, there's a lot of news in the baseball world in both Alberta and Saskatchewan, including Matt Wilkinson getting called up to San Francisco, Carter Beck getting promoted in Atlanta's system already, and some major national events as well. So we'll get you caught up on all of it sooner rather than later. I suspect we may have a bonus episode or two for you in the next couple of weeks, so stay tuned for all of that. As always, a tip of the cap to our Platinum supporters, the Okotoks Dogs, for their generosity in helping us tell the game stories in our province. For more on our tremendous teammates or to join our roster, head to albertadugoutstories.com/supporters. Until next time, thank you for all of your support online, on social, and on air of Alberta Dugout Stories.